My expectations
Governor
for this
Lyle.
are not high. I mean, my hopes when I looked at this a couple of weeks ago is that if you got agreement on Ukraine, that would be success alone. And the fact that they meet and they don't fight with one another and Trump doesn't walk off in a storm, that would be success.
Veteran Canadian diplomat Colin Robertson says the bar is pretty low for the upcoming G7 summit in Alberta. Originally envisioned as a forum for leading liberal democracies to cooperate, Robertson says one person could shape outcomes for the entire meeting.
It'll depend on the attitude of Donald Trump. It all comes down to essentially one person, because I think it'll be, in a sense, a G6 plus one. And the G6 will be more or less watching where the Americans are coming from, and that American decision will ultimately depend on Donald Trump.
America's influence is not limited to the G7 summit. There is fear that Israel's attack on Iran could escalate into a regional war. Canada and European nations have called for de-escalation, but simply don't have the same clout with the Israeli government as the United States.
In the immediate term, the only country with options is America. I mean, if they were to order the Israelis to stop it, I think it would stop. I think longer term, in terms of the sort of the Netanyahu administration and the directions that the Netanyahu government is taking, I think countries like Canada and the European Union, by stepping up the pressure politically and also to some extent financially in terms of trade, there are options to change the Israeli course.
However, it's not clear how much political alignment there is between the G7 nations. Robertson says it's not likely we'll see all 7 leaders signing joint communiques on specific goals like at other summits.
I don't think we're going to see a communique out of this summit. What we probably will see will be statements that may not even include all the members. There may be a statements, as we saw in the last couple of weeks between Britain, France, and Canada on the situation in Gaza, for example.
In Ottawa, Xiao Li, City News.